When a player joins Reliance Foundation Young Champs, he's 13 years old, leaving home, family, and everything familiar to chase the dream of becoming a professional football player. The journey ahead is intense. Training, competing, pushing limits. But here at RFYC, there is a deeper promise. A promise to do right by the child. At RFYC, we recognize the child first, and we do everything in our power to ensure that he has the experience of a lifetime, and that he leaves the academy stronger, wiser, and better prepared for life.
So when we started the academy in the year 2015, we knew that the children were, coming to us at a very tender age, and we wanted to give a very holistic approach towards this entire project. So that's the reason we're looking at their, along with coaching, we were also looking at their mental, physical, emotional development and needs. That's the reason, the Child Welfare Department came into being.
Child First Player Second is our core value at the academy. It is a recognition that we have a huge responsibility when these children are coming to us and are under our care for 4-5 years of such a crucial part of their life. We recognize that they're children first. They're not football players yet.
I have to talk to Pushpa, I have to talk to, I think one more medical staff is there, I'm missing his name. The way they consoled us, because that time for some reason he was hitting 104, 105. But then he said that, sir, just calm down, don't worry, if there is a need, we will call you. But here are the things that we have, we will take care of. Padma ma'am being so close, she that day was keeping us on video, doing those phone thing to make sure that his head is not very hot and other things. And that was overwhelming. I mean, we were so at peace.
Padma makes it personal. Before a boy even moves in, she spends hours, sometimes even days, talking to his family, understanding his background, what his needs are, or even what are the challenges he faces. If necessary, she even travels to his home to see where he comes from, or to even understand the environment that shaped him. Because knowing the child is the first step in guiding him. Holistic development in Young Champs means every part of a boy's growth is nurtured, be it physical, emotional, educational, and mental. This includes a top-tier football education, a personalized academic pathway, life skills such as communication, critical thinking, nutrition and fitness knowledge, emotional support and mentorship.
So basically, when we started the academy, all our children were integrated into the RFI school, that is the Reliance Foundation school. And we've also had the children passing out successfully, and even we've had subject toppers from the from the school.
So children were going to the mainstream schools, and we were there just supporting them in the evening hours as tutors. Okay, just guiding them wherever they needed any help or something.
But eventually, we also understood that our children, some of our children struggle with the mainstream, and simultaneously we started our own school, where they could have a little bit of flexibility in their terms of their learning. Also, they could choose subjects or choice of subjects of their interest, like it could be business studies, it could be mass communication, psychology. So eventually, we had 2 parallel schools, and we've also had success in both the sides of the schools.
Okay, and we are doing the homeschooling right now. So it's been a great support for the kids who are not, who have never been exposed to a structured curriculum. For them, this is a very good, support system which we provide in the morning.
We cannot really say one is better than the other, but at least we know that the children from the NIOS curriculum can make choices. We can also teach them at their own pace, and they have also successfully passed their board examinations, and some of them have taken admissions in foreign universities. Like, we know that one size does not fit everyone, and children, we know their backgrounds, they're coming from diversified backgrounds, they're coming from regional backgrounds, and making them go through, things that they are not comfortable with, and, making education and learning comfortable for them was the initiative that we took, and that's why we started the parallel school, and that's how, we started working around them. It was also, when we used to go to schools, to the mainstream school, and see that children are not, finding it comfortable or they're not understanding. That's when me and Yash felt the need that we should do something different, that they enjoy learning, and also at the same time academics and education is something that becomes a very important component for them as well. That's how we started this. So it's internationally recognized, and the child is eligible to take admission in any college in India and as well as abroad. So we did our homework there, we did our background check before we kind of enrolled them into the NIOS program. To begin with, initially, we kind of enrolled children in NIOS, the ones who really couldn't kind of cope up with the mainstream. And so that, here the numbers are less and we could give personal attention, we took specialized teachers who would understand the challenges and work around them. But later on, we found that many children who did very well in CBSE board but wanted to still do the NIOS curriculum because of the subjects they offered. So we have had kids who have really 85-90% boys also were moved into the NIOS program and say taken up psychology in grade 10, have taken up business studies in and economics in grade 10 and done it successfully. So we kept this open for all the kids.
So some of them have been exposed to formal schooling, but many of them still come from unstructured or where they haven't been a part of the curriculum which CBSE has been offering. So for them to adjust in the mainstream is a challenge. So what we do here in homeschooling is we keep subjects which are like very basic, like mathematics, English, something that they will need in future. And the program is structured in such a way that each child gets space to grow at his own pace. So there's not too much of pressure. Okay, and if that's, for example, in English, if a child is facing challenges in writing or reading, so we will be focusing more on that with that particular child. If somebody who's very great, is already doing very well, so that child will be taken forward, like more vocabulary and all of that. So each child gets a particular program in a way where the things are catered to his needs.
There will be few ups and downs that we face, but then Hindi is a medium that we converse in, so most of the boys know Hindi, and so when we are teaching, we teach them in Hindi as well as English. We do both the translations, so it goes smoother. We see how much they know kind of, and then we go about like what they need to know. We teach them those skills, and then slowly they get into the system, and then we go ahead.
Every subject and every lesson is another tool for life after football, whenever that may come. The Academy has a keen focus on equipping the boys with all the tools they need to survive in the outside world, even if a playing career is not in their future. While they are at the Academy, the scholars are trained in life skills, a set of basic but essential skills and knowledge base that one needs to survive in today's landscape.
So basically, keeping all the age groups in mind, we have different sessions. For an older group, we would have financial literacy. For the younger ones, like you said, we have good touch, bad touch. We have personal hygiene. We have digital literacy. We also have the media team coming in and talking to the boys about safety and the social media. So we keep doing it through the year, and we try to take it to every age group and whatever is the need of the hour. I remember we had some time back done about sextortion, which was very much needed, and a lot of awareness had to be created among the children for this. We also do it based on the need of the hour, not exactly, we have to do it very ritually. It could be a very need-based thing, or it could be, we take up whatever we feel at that point in time. That's why we call it life skills, right? Wherever we feel that we need to step in and correct them or educate them.
What kind of players do we deliver to the normal society? And when you take them out of the normal life with 12, 13 years, especially the age group to the left or even earlier in the academy, and where you are staying safe for 7 years, don't know how the outside world is really working, and the really secure environment we create, are they really ready to go after our time in the academy? So that made us think, how can we help them after they're gonna leave the academy? First of all, because of the internship, yes, but also about life skills. How do you have to manage the finances? Because we take care of everything for them. How is it to create your own fitness program when there is no performance team pushing you around? How do you have to be prepared in a mental way? What are your possibilities for that? What are your social skills? Who buys your ticket in the train station? Because we all take that kind of things out of your hands. And we just started to create a model about how we can help players when they leave the academy and even when they already left.
So a good way of thinking about it is you leave your jams, you signed for a professional club. Now you have to look after your nutrition, your performance schedule, your routines in the gym, financial planning. All of that, it's on you now. You may have the assistance of agents and things like that, but by and large, you have to figure that out yourself. So if at a young age, we can introduce them to those concepts, we can put them in a situation where we say, okay, cook yourself a meal. This is what you have to work with. This is your budget. You've got this much money. What can you buy in that? where do you go to buy it? Once you buy it, what do you do? You're getting paid X, your expenses are Y, you have this much left over. What are you doing with that money? Are you investing it? Basic life skills, taxation, the fun stuff in life. So we try and introduce those concepts to them while they're still here, and hopefully that can help them out when they are actually faced with those decisions.
For the oldest scholars, there's the RFYC Internship program. Every month, they rotate through different departments: sports psychology, nutrition, media, video analysis, performance analysis, ground maintenance, and operations.
The program was initiated by RFYC, keeping in mind that these players will graduate soon and leave the academy, and giving exposure to the different verticals that the academy has, which will kind of add value when they leave the academy and possibly join a different specialization apart from doing football.
Of course, they have the wishes to become a football player, but imagine that after 1 or 2 years, some player gets an injury, and then they already know, hey, that 1 month I spent with a physiotherapist, that made me really curious about it. Or, hey, I joined my time as a video analyst, and that was also a good experience for me. That can be in a mental department. So everybody has his preferences. What should be the best interest for him? So, we use all the departments we have.
Every year in the month of May or June, the oldest scholars of the academy graduate. Having completed the RFYC journey, it is now time for them to take their steps into the real world. However, not every player finishes his journey at Young Champs. Some are released before their graduation, and others leave after completing the program, but without a professional contract. But here, that's not the end of the story.
So the Aftercare program is to keep in contact with the boys once they've left the academy, provide them with the support that they might need to transition back into the real world, and especially for the children who are struggling to make it professionally, it is to provide them with the support system that can help them pursue their aspirations and dreams outside of football, even if it's football adjacent. Maybe some of them want to become coach, maybe some of them having experienced the internships that we run internally as well, would like to go on to become a performance analyst or a video analyst. So the Aftercare program is just trying to put some structure to the support that we were giving informally anyway, but expanding that more so that the boys know that it's there's someone there to help them navigate life after Young Champs. Basically, if you signed with the academy or if you had a scholarship with the academy, you're eligible for it. The extent of it, we are trying to make it extremely individualized. So there is a process that is being followed where we try and gather as much information about where these kids are, what are they up to, what kind of help and support do they need. And of course, we've got a separate budget allocated for this as well.
Historically, RFYC has helped release players find places at other academies, often closer to home. Many have been given financial assistance to continue their studies. And from 2025 onwards, that support has grown.
We've always had a promise to all our scholars that after Young Champs, we will help them with their education. That was specific to the ones that may have been released prior to their entire term being concluded. But now it's expanded to anybody that's been at Young Champs. There is a tremendous amount of value in them just knowing that there is someone out there available to them who is taking a keen interest in helping them progress in life.
The RFYC Way is about giving every boy the experience of a lifetime. It's about leaving here better, as a player, as a student, and as a person. Because at RFYC, the child always comes first.